Hail to the king, baby. What are you buying?
Have you ever loved and hated a game at the same time before? Well, I have, with this game and Rage 2. We'll talk about Rage 2 another time, but at least with this game, my opinion changed, and maybe hate is just a little strong. But I disliked the experience that I had on the Xbox One X, because while I enjoyed this as a 3D platformer and a medieval spiritual successor of sorts, on my One X, it ran like crap and couldn't even keep a consistent frame rate, and overall just ran poorly and chugged like it was in slow motion, which definitely made the more floaty platforming this game has quite painful. So while I was updating some games on my Xbox Series X, I decided to boot up Pumpkim Jack because I knew it was already updated. And it just runs and looks amazing right off the bat. The platforming is better, it runs at a consistent 60 FPS, so I just guess it wasn't optimized for the Xbox One X. But that was the most powerful console of the last generation. So if it wasn't optimized for the Xbox One X, I would be double checking those PS4, base Xbox One, or Nintendo Switch versions, and probably just stick to the Series X, PS5, or PC. Not that the game's bad, because it's definitely not, but it doesn't run worth a damn on last gen like the most powerful console of last gen. So I doubt that it's going to run great on any of the other versions. So a year ago, I probably would have told you it was potentially one of the worst feeling games I'd ever played, and probably even one of the worst 3D platformers. But luckily, I got a Series X, and my mind completely changed. My entire opinion changed, because it's actually a good game now. It's actually a damn fine experience now that I can recommend to people as long as you're playing it on Xbox Series X, PS5, or PC. Anything other than those three, don't touch it. I mean, unless it just somehow magically works on a Switch, it just doesn't make any sense why it just wouldn't work on my One X. I don't know. So if you like MediEvil, I'd suggest it for you. If you like 3D platformers and you like pretty short, quick experiences, play it. It's overall a fun game. It ended up being a lot of fun and a really enjoyable experience. It has simple combat, which is par for the course with 3D platformers, and pretty fun platforming, which is pretty important. And it has occasional puzzles and on-rails segments sprinkled in between, tons of humor, cool characters to meet, unlockable outfits, and some collectibles. Though I do have one little nitpick with the collectibles. There's not very many, not necessarily hard to find, but if you miss one single collectible, you can't load your game back at the checkpoints in a level. You have to play the entire level over again. Now these levels probably vary from 30 minutes to an hour, but I don't want to go back and play an entire level from 30 minutes to an hour from beginning to end through the good and bad parts just to get one single collectible. So like something where you could go to, because there's like several checkpoints throughout a level. So if you could just like load checkpoints, that would have made that entire like 100% completion thing 10 times easier, which then I would have 100% completed it, but there's no way in hell I'm going to, because I just don't want to deal with that. So I mean, I would definitely recommend it on sale. I mean, I would even recommend it at full price probably, which I think is like $20. Like I said, only if you get it on PC, PS5, Series X. I'm going to hammer that home because it's important. Because I don't want you wasting $20 and getting a game that doesn't run worth a damn. And it's going to completely sour your entire opinion. And like I said, it's short, it's sweet, it's fun, it's enjoyable, good time. It has good boss fights, it's fun. And this is just me showing you a game that you probably wouldn't know about otherwise. So, there we go. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Lots coming. Thank you.